Hi, my name is Garric Vosloo. This is Functional Medicine Fast Track, and today I want to chat about how do you go about shopping for functional medicine programs. This is probably why you've been kind of watching our videos and following us, is you kind of shopping and not too sure. Like, how do you choose a program? And I can so completely resonate with that. I've been through so many functional medicine programs in the last 12, 13 years. It's unbelievable. And the variety of programs out there is extraordinary. And this is really how our program developed, because we kind of just saw where the flaws were for a certain area of practitioner that wanted to get to a certain level. So what I can really do is just help paint a picture for you on how to shop for programs and to make it the right fit for you. I think that is the key. There's no, like functional medicine, there's no one fits all program. Some people do great in these programs and others do great in other programs. And you really need to find what is the best fit for you. And I think that is so key, because everybody can excel in different programs. So the first thing that I believe is so important is, first of all, to know exactly what your goal is. So if you can just start to think in your mind, what do I want to achieve? And you don't have to put that perspective into the next 5, 10 years. Maybe that's too far beyond for you. Maybe you just want to bring it down to the next 1 to 2 years. And that's great. But the concept that I'd be thinking about as far as a goal goes is, do you want to get great patient outcomes? Usually that's a no-brainer when it's functional medicine. But that is something I want to discuss as well, because getting great patient outcomes is not just learning functional medicine. So you want to get great patient outcomes, that's great. How do you want to go about getting great patient outcomes? Do you want to develop clinical systems and programs? Or do you want to wing it yourself in the conventional paradigm of consult to consult? So think about that. Do you want to increase referrals and increase income in your practice as you integrate functional medicine? This is often a very important aspect for a lot of practitioners. And I think it is important for sustainability long term. So is that important to you? Do you want more leads? Do you want to start to not just be so general? Do you want to get more specific and create a niche and become the authority? So that needs to be thought of as part of your goal as you research different programs. Do you want to move from employed to self-employed? We have a lot of practitioners saying, how do I get out of this situation that I'm in and practice functional medicine? And that is important to understand as well. How do you choose a program that will help you fulfill those goals? And that is completely possible. There are programs, it's one area that we specialize in. How do you build an online practice? If that's something you want to do. Do you want to build online, or do you want to keep it completely in-house? Or do you want to have a hybrid practice? So these, again, all things that need to bring that goal into more detail, into more focus, if that is something that you haven't thought about in the past. And then the next thing to think about as you shop around for functional medicine programs is marketing in functional medicine important or a need for you? Because what we're finding is a lot of patients have heard the word functional medicine, but they don't understand it. And they don't have to know how to connect their problem with the right functional medicine solution. Because functional medicine can really be into any health practitioner's skill set. So how do they then connect that? And marketing is a very, very important part in a functional medicine practice. So that is the first question that I'd be asking myself before I even start looking into functional medicine programs, is what is my goal? And think about those different steps, and then take those steps and then start to fit it into, do these programs help me to achieve those specific goals? So the next question to ask is then, with my goals, do I need an informational functional medicine program? Or do I need a transformational functional medicine program? In other words, informational programs are ones that you're going to go to seminars, conferences, you're going to sit with 1,000 people, you're going to listen to a lot of information, and then you're going to self-implement on Monday morning. This can be online as well. You may get access to functional medicine training. You're going to listen to a whole lot of webinars. Often that is with 200, 500 people. And it's really an informational based program that you're going to then self-implement. There may be very low levels of support and accountability, but fundamentally it's a ton of information, and then you need to self-implement. So you need to figure out, is that a fit for your goals? On the flip side of that is transformational programs. Now, transformational programs tend to have a lot fewer practitioners in them, and they are more about coaching and mentoring. So you've still got a lot of information. You're still going to learn everything that's in an informational program. You're just going to have your hand held to be able to understand all the principles and the foundations to achieving those, those goals that you have. Excuse me. As far as your patient outcomes go, your business goals, program systems, increasing income, referrals, building an online practice or a hybrid practice, whatever it may be. So that is key to understand the difference between informational and transformational programs. And then there are different informational programs, there's different transformational programs. So you do get transformational programs that start as a cohort. You get ones that are, again, starting with a continual enrollment and are more personalized. So these are all the aspects that you need to be thinking of as you go along. And we've been through both. We've been through, when we started functional medicine, all that was available was informational programs. And they were online, and they were seminars-based ones as well. And for us, it was a tough road, to be honest. We were enthusiastic. Our patients were initially enthusiastic, and then we didn't know how to actually get the outcomes, because there's a lot more than just having your brain filled with a lot of information. So that is really where our program found the niche of a transformational program, to be able to take people by the hand and say, okay, let's help you achieve your goals. So that is just the difference out there. Then the next question I'd ask myself as I'm shopping for functional medicine programs is my mind focused around the cost or the return of investment? And this is fundamental, because so many practitioners aren't business orientated, and they don't understand that difference of cost and return of investment. So the bottom line is, from a sustainability point of view, if you want a practice to grow and thrive and build a team, you need profit. Otherwise, you're going to just live in scarcity. You're never going to serve your patient at the highest level. And if you don't get the business side, the return of investment right, then you're just not going to serve patients out in your community. So that is the bottom line. So cost and return of investment is so, so important. And often a lot of informational programs are the same prices as transformational programs. And the ranges can range from $2,000 to $120,000. And I've had many practitioners that have done both and have had very poor results in the end. And I've had practitioners that have done both and had great results. So again, you need to find what fits for you and understand that the challenges that each one comes with. And certainly everybody wants a great return of investment. And you need to understand that process is something that is simple but not easy. And a lot of the practitioners that have actually got that right have knocked their heads 1,000 times, gone to the university of hard knocks, and really just led the road for you to understand how to actually create functional medicine practices that are profitable, and you get a good return of investment, and you're serving your patients at the highest level, and you haven't spent thousands of dollars along the years, and you still don't know what to do. And we hear that a lot, unfortunately. Many functional medicine practitioners, inverted commas, that label themselves that and been to webinars and seminars and summits and all of this and read 1,000 books, and they're still not getting it right. But they call themselves functional medicine practitioners. All fair and well, but we need to actually get our patients right. We need to serve the community. That's the bottom line. So those are the first three things to kind of think about. Then I would be thinking about, as I'm shopping for a functional medicine program, what level of support do I need as a practitioner? What level of support and accountability? They're two different things, and they're very key. Some people don't need much support and accountability. They are self-implementers. They love to figure things out themselves and get things done, and they have that spirit in them to be able to just move through all of those challenges. Other people don't. They need support, they need accountability, they need their first few patients that they're taking through functional medicine to have somebody to look over their shoulder and say, yes, you're in the right direction, or no, let's rather move in this direction, let's do this test, let's change the plan of care, whatever it may be. And you need to decide from your personality point of view, how much support do you need in that learning curve that is inevitable. You're going to be going through a learning curve. This is not conventional medicine. You do not support your patient in the same way. So you have to understand those principles that support and accountability may be very important to you. If you're a self-implementer, great. If you need support and accountability, find a program that has the right support and accountability. Now, don't get fooled by programs that say they got support and accountability, and then they do a webinar Q&A once a month, and they answer or a select number of questions that were posted into their platform during that month, for argument's sake. So the other extreme level is you're going to get your questions answered within 24 to 48 hours. You're going to have multiple Q&As a week rather than having this one kind of Q&A webinar a month and you're amongst 500 other people and you never really get your question answered. And if it is answered, it may be just too generic. So there's those two extreme levels. And you need to figure out that support and accountability level. What works for you? I think that is key. We've got to make this like functional medicine. You've got to personalize it for you. I think that is just so fundamental. And then I think the final question to think about is, do I want to be with a cohort of practitioners starting? And there's generally cohorts in programs of 200 to 500 starting every few months, once a year, whatever it may be, where very much in a cohort, you're a little bit lost. So they're not going to really know your name. They're not going to know your goals. And you need to be happy with that situation if you are in that situation. So the other extreme is going to be where you can go into programs that are continual enrollments that have a select number of practitioners, a cap. And that cap is really ensured for practitioners to get the most out of it. So there is that level of support, accountability, and quality to be able to take your hand and be able to help you achieve your goals that you set out in the beginning. So those are all the different types of programs out there with the different components, and you need to be actually understanding all those different components and then fit them to what suits your goals or your personality and what you need. What is your return of investment that you're expecting? How do you want to change your life, your dreams, your family time, and so on? Because what we find is when you get that all right and you do fit into a program that resonates with you in your clinical situation, your goals, your dreams, your community, then the change can be very rapid to achieve those goals. Those goals can be achieved, in a 6 to 12 month period. And really at a high level, compared to what we do here on the other extreme is practitioners not finding the right fit. And legitimately, I've had several practitioners reach out to us to say, I've been doing this for 18 years and I feel like I still just am lost. I'm actually prepared to actually give up my practice because I just haven't got this right. So that's the other extreme that we've seen. And it's sad because those practitioners could have served so many patients in that period of time and changed so many lives and so many generations down the road if they got it right. And unfortunately, a decade ago, there weren't all these options that we have nowadays. Nowadays, we've got a lot of options. So I think that's the key. So I hope that just gives you some perspective on there's many different programs out there to integrate functional medicine. You need to start to do your due diligence, educate yourself to start to understand what fits you. I think that is key. Write down your goals with what I spoke about in the beginning and understand the complexity of functional medicine, what it can do, what it can achieve for you, and what you need. And then start to figure out what program fits those goals and your personality. And then it's going to be a joy. And I think that's really what the whole point of functional medicine is. It needs to be a joy for you and your patients. But it's a complex medicine. It's not just a skill set you're learning. It is a whole new way of thinking of helping patients with chronic complex conditions to be resolved for the long term. And if the solution was easy, everybody would be doing it. And it takes a special person like you and myself to be able to really up-level our skills and to be dedicated. That is our purpose, our mission in life, is to be a health practitioner and to help patients get better. Not half better, not 80% better, completely better, and to understand why and how of illness and disease. So that is so, so key. So I hope that has helped you just bring some clarity into all this confusion of all these programs out there. I don't know what to choose. I'm getting all these adverts on Facebook and I'm just don't know where to start. So I hope I haven't confused you and kind of pushed you in a direction like, oh, I just don't know where to start. If it does help, we do offer you to get on a call with us. We have a limited availability to do that. Our program is very selected and we are at capacity. We generally work with a waiting list. And this is why I'm trying to just help you filter the right programs for you, because we're not finding that there's a lack of practitioners to be able to, who want to get into functional medicine. What we're just finding is practitioners aren't sure on exactly what works for them and understanding the process and the complexity of integrating functional medicine. So I think that is key. If you want further information, you can either go to our website, which is functionalmedicinefasttrack.com. Alternatively, you can book a call with us, which would be functionalmedicinefasttrack.com/apply. And that would give you the availability to book a time with us, go through to a form to fill out, give us some detail about yourself. And then our team would be happy to get on a call with you. But we really want you to think about everything that we spoke about today and just to align yourself with, is this the right program for you, what we're doing, or is another program right for you? And that is key. And we can help you get more clarity on a call if that's what you need. But we really want you to start to think about that first of all. So until next time, I hope this has helped. You take care and just do your best. Thanks, Ed.